Right, before we start the seminar, let's watch this video and then we'll talk about the whole concept of how to create an environment which is very organized and then you can study better, focus better. For a long time, you can focus on things without help of the environment, but in the beginning, you really need help to get the feeling of how to focus things. So let's watch this video first.
Consistency has been a hallmark of good study habits since the 1900s. It's drilled into our heads from an early age. Have a dedicated desk, have a dedicated time, eliminate distractions. But what if almost everything we're told about how we learn is wrong? What if being inconsistent can work in our favor? For instance, could something as simple as a change in venue make a difference? Could interrupting work on a large project facilitate more inventive thinking? In the mid-1970s, a trio of psychologists performed an experiment to answer just that. They wondered what would happen if people studied the same material twice, only in two different places. To test this, they presented a group of students with a list of 40 four-letter words, like ball and fork. All of the students were given 2 10-minute study sessions, but half of them studied in the same dimly lighted, cluttered room for both sessions, while the other half studied in 2 different rooms, the cluttered one and a neater, brighter one across campus. In the last phase of the experiment, researchers had the students write down as many of the study words as they could in 10 minutes. The difference in scores was striking. The one-room group recalled an average of 16 of the 40 studied words. The two-rooms group recalled 24. A simple change in venue that improved the students' memory by 40%. But it isn't just where you study or practice. How you do so is also part of the environment. Think about it. Writing notes by hand is one kind of activity. Typing them is another. The same goes for studying while standing up versus sitting down versus running on a treadmill. In the end, it doesn't matter which aspect of the environment you vary, so long as you vary what you can. Despite what traditional advice tells us, when it comes to learning, it's consistency, not change, that is limiting. The next time you need to study, practice, or prepare for that big project, mix it up. Try another room, another time of day. Take your guitar to the park. Change coffee shops, switch practice books, read in silence and with music on. Why? Because each alteration of your routine further enriches the skills being rehearsed, making them more accessible to you for a longer period of time. That's the soul of real learning, after all, to carry the skills and the knowledge with you, available when needed, no matter the environment. How We Learn by Benedict Carey, on sale September 9th.
Okay, so in this video, it talks about. Let me close that. So in this video, it talks about how you can change the environment to help you to study. However, what environment specific you can change to, and what kind of environment would that actually help you to study? When I was helping a student that cannot always focus on their homework and then they just cannot do it, I found out a method that it's extremely helpful for me to do it, and then I also tried it out myself, and it works. The idea is very simple. The idea is that if you're going to study, you need to focus. If you need to focus, you need to have an environment that help you to focus. So what kind of environment can help you to focus? It's an environment without distractions. So what are distractions? Distraction could be anything. It can be anything that your eye can catch on. So give an example. Let's say I'm reading a book. Instead of reading in a room, I'll rather read outside without people walking in front of me. Let's say in the forest. Okay. So the chance that I can see something fly in front of my eye, like a bird or flies in the forest, is common, right? But how often would that happen? Not very often. So in that environment, you can say it's a very boring environment. You can only read. That's all you're gonna do, because there's nothing else to distract you. But let's say you like you want to read and read in let's say Disneyland. You probably won't be able to read too much because in Disney there's so many distractions. There's a ride, there's people walking, there's people laughing, there's people crying, kids talking, adults talking. There's just so many things that going on around you, and then you're always gonna get distracted. So you always think, oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, I just hear that. What is it? So there's so many things that it's gonna drag your attention from the book. So what do you do with it? You're not gonna be able to always go to the forest to study, right? You're always gonna study on your table, or your study room, or in your own room, or in the living room, or dining table. But before you choose that environment, think about how important the study is, and choose that environment. Okay. So besides choosing an environment, what else you can do? You can change the environment. So let me show you guys a video. The article. So I found this website and I started teaching a lot of kids why does it work. The steps are super simple. It's get organized, stay focused, and get it done. So let's talk about this. How do you use this in your daily life? The first thing, get organized. It's you prepare your environment. So like I say, choosing environment, control your environment. Let's say you're gonna study on your bathroom table. You're gonna remove everything on your table. The funny thing, the toy or everything, anything that you can distract you. Let's say you're not gonna use your computer. Don't even put a computer on your table. Take it away, put it somewhere else that you cannot see it. That's gonna help you to focus on your subjects. If you're using computers, then close all the windows, close all the applications, softwares that could pop up. Delete the games. Don't see it, the icon on the desktop. Because whenever that goes to in your eye, you're thinking, "Oh, I want to play." But what if that never shows up in your eye? Then you won't be able to think about you want to play anymore. So it's really think about get organized, getting ready to do something that you're going to focus on. And how do you get ready is to put it only the things that matters, only the things that you need to study in front of you, but nothing else. But once it's done, let's say I'm gonna do the seminar with you guys, I will remove everything that could distract me in front of me. So let's say I have my phone. I'm not gonna have my phone on the table. Let's say I have a book that I love to read. I'm not gonna put that book on the table. Let's say might have a calculator, a toy, something game that I can play with on the table. I'm not gonna put it on the table because whenever I do that, I won't be able to focus on the seminar anymore. I will think about, oh, I want to do that, or I want to do that, and that little thinking is the big distractions. Because as you guys should know, once you focus, you can think a lot more and do a lot more, and you are not going to distract because once you get into that zone, you can study a lot faster, a lot harder, without getting distracted. So it's a very good practice that you remove everything on your table and then just study it. Okay. The third step is get it done. What does it mean by get it done? It means when you finish the test, you want to make sure you are done with it. So let's say I'm writing my homework on the table, right? So let's say it's a booklet. It's 2 pages. So I'm writing my 2 pages homework, and then I already remove everything on the table. So I'm only gonna focus on homework and a pen, an eraser maybe, and a pencil, highlighters, whatever you need. Put it on the table. Only put the things that you needed on the table. That's how you do the first steps. Now I stay focused. I finish my homework within half hours. Usually it takes me to an hour, and now because I can focus, I can help me to save almost half hour of the time. And then what does it mean by getting it done? I have to put all my pen pencil, highlighter, eraser, wherever, everything. Put it away. Put it where it's supposed to be, and put the paper away. Staple them. Put in your backpack. Do not just store it away once you're done, because you're not done yet. You have to put it back, and by get it done means you finish the whole project all together by putting it away, putting your backpack, put it in a place that you remember to turn it in tomorrow morning to your teacher. Actually, tomorrow is a holiday. On Tuesday morning to your teacher, you put it over there and then just put the thing out of your head. Because only if you do that, you won't be able to focus on the next one. Because what's the next one? The next one is another project, right? And then you walk here, you saw all the papers on your table that you haven't get it done yet. You did not take it away, put in your backpack and get ready to turn it in. And then that, it's gonna harm you for later projects. Okay, so if you don't remember how does it work, it's very easy. Get organized, stay focused, and get organized. So get it done is pretty much get organized. If you organize everything very well, you can focus on the things that matters to you the most. But if you don't get organized with your environments, with your thoughts, you won't be able to focus a lot, because your mind is always wandering, thinking about what to do. You want to do that, and then you want to do that, but you're currently doing something in front of you. But you're always thinking about, should I go to the beach later? Should I go to play basketball, play baseball with my friends? All that thoughts is the distractions in your mind. So the first get organized is your environment. Look at what's in front of you right now. It's the only everything from it are those things, the only things that you need for the task you're going to do. That's the first, organize and stay focused. Just do it. Do not turn around and then wait until you finish it. Of course, you can rest. You can stand up. You can stretch. If it's a long homework, you can stretch and rest. However, when you come back, remember to organize the things that in front of you only matters to your current projects, and then you just do the thing. The last thing is put it away. Okay, now why is it put it away important? Because that cleans up your mind. So once you put everything away, get ready to go, then your mind is clear. So the next time you can stay focused, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. You already saved the document, you already printed it out, you already put it in the backpacks, ready to go. So do you have to even think about it after all? No, you don't have to think about it. Now your mind is clear. So next time repeats. Let's say, so let me give you an example. So say today I have two tasks. One is to have the seminar. The second is to write an essay paper. So if I'm preparing the seminar, my screen should only have two things for the seminar, which is the Slack. I'll share the message, and the second thing is the windows that I'm going to use. Am I gonna open like a lot of different menu windows just to remember what I'm gonna do? No, of course not. Because if that's the case, I always think, oh, I should go over here. Oh, I want to talk about that. So, but now because I only have this two, that means I'm focusing on this. I can do this very well. Okay, what does it mean by getting it done? Okay, if I'm getting it done, I have to close this, close this, close this, close Slack, record a video, send it on YouTube, send it to you guys, and saying if you missed seminar, you can come back and study with it, watch the video again. So that's how I get it done. So now I don't have to think about, oh, what if the student asks me for recording? What if they don't have recording to watch? I'll make sure it's recording's on, so you guys can always come back and study it, review it, how to study better. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna write an essay now. I usually write essay on the paper first before I go on the computer and type the draft. So what I will do now, I want you guys to imagine this. I'm gonna close my computer. I'm gonna take out a piece of paper, and I'll get a pen, and that's all I need, right? So on my table, I should have my pen and paper. There's no computer, no iPhone, no calculator, no anything. Only the paper and pen. So I'm gonna start writing about it. I write. And then once I'm done with writing the draft, I can then type it into the computer. Now I take out my computer, I take out my paper. Do I still need my pen? I don't need my pen. Okay. Okay. I don't need my pen because all I have to do is type what I wrote into a document, right? So I can open up document and start typing. So this is the draft. So now on my desk, I only have what? I only have the computer and the paper, not even a pen. Because if I don't need a pen, what happened to that pen to me? It's going to be a distraction. So am I playing with it? I might draw something with it. But do I need it for the project? No, I don't. So I only need a computer and a paper. And now, of course, I'll close all my email, Skype, Line, WeChat, whatever things that could possibly distract me. I don't want distractions. Sometimes you think, oh, that's just small things, okay. It makes a lot of big difference. Because every time you get distracted, it takes you 5 minutes to come back to the zone that you were in. So that means every distraction on your table, it's gonna cost you 5 minutes. Think about that. So right now, if you have like 10 things on your table, that means your homework is gonna take you 50 minutes longer. 50 minutes. No wonder you will never be able to finish your homework on time. Think about how you can have a better environment to focus. And then you can do your homework a lot faster, more efficient, and you can get it done instantly. And actually, you'll like to do your homework because when you focus in, you don't think about other things anymore. Like the homework becomes the most important thing, and you will do it very well, and you will enjoy the feeling of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or ask your counselors. We'll give you real examples, and maybe we can help you to change your environment as well. All right, have a happy Sunday. This is all the course we'll talk about today. I'll see you guys next Sunday, because next Sunday I won't be here. We won't have a class. Just come to the Sunday next week, which is on the 23rd, I believe. Okay, have a good one. Bye.